So, 31, the spoiler review. So, if you haven't seen, if you don't want to get spoiled.
Goddamn!
Ooh, that was extreme. You didn't say it in the last video either.
I know.
Okay, well, you made up for it. So, this is a spoiler review. If you don't want the movie ruined, go watch the non-spoiler review. So, here we go. Rednecks get kidnapped, rednecks try to kill rednecks, redneck gets out. That's it.
Yo, dog, I heard you like rednecks, so I put some rednecks in your rednecks.
I mean, and by the way, I want to know where he gets to, like, it is in the buttfuckery of nowhere that he finds and films these locations. I mean, it looks like it's Nevada or something, or like just out in the desert.
It's probably just his bathroom.
It's probably his backyard. Like, he's got this big weird warehouse out there. But, so yeah, I don't know what else, I don't really want to talk about this movie.
I don't either. It's just like, fuck
sad.
this fucking movie, dude. Rob Zombie has so much talent. Like, we've always said, we said this in the last video, he could do cinematography for someone else's movie.
He could, that would be
great. And it would be fucking
or in the soundtrack,
because his movies are goddamn gritty and gorgeous, and he's a great framer of shots and things like that, but he's a terrible director of actors. This fucking bus of these fucking... God, imagine what that bus smelled like.
I don't want to, man.
I thought they were the fucking murdering, like,
it smelled like onion grass and like farts and like dry ass and pee and vomit.
Chives.
And for some reason,
chives.
Yeah, and for some reason, like gasoline would be underneath all of it, like oil
and pepper.
Pepper, like hot pepper.
And ground pepper.
It would just make you feel like, I mean, you feel
and cardboard boxes.
I felt depressed. I feel depressed talking about this movie.
But okay, so that's what the van smells like. But no, you got the van of these traveling people. I thought they were the killers. Like, that's how they acted. Like, okay, one of them's kind of likable. Maybe the main tall dude.
Yeah, he's not bad.
And his mom. I felt bad for his mom. I think that was his mom.
Yeah, I think so. And by the way, I'm not positive of it. The older lady that played her, I think that she was Evil Lynn in Masters of the Universe. I think.
I know this. She was okay, and the main dude was okay, and the first dude who died was okay. Other than that, holy fuck. That Jamaican dude and Sherri Moon zombie fuck, I swear to God, I mean, how do you put that on screen?
Well,
how does it not just be like, honey, could you come downstairs for a second, stop fucking the pool boy, or stop the crazy Rob Zombie blacklight orgy that we have going on upstairs, and be like, honey, just, you can't act.
Right though, as your husband and you're directing your wife to do that kind of shit in every movie, that's weird.
No, he's
that's
one of those.
Weird.
What do you call those people who
that's
like
a cuck.
A cuck?
A cuck, I think.
Cluck?
A cluck or some shit.
Yeah.
Like you like to watch other men have sex with their wives, like they're voyeuristic.
Like, he wants to make his wife as nasty on screen as he can, and like have her come out there and like grabbing her cock, and then like, I mean, she acts like she has.
She has it, yeah, she does.
But like doing the shit that he has her doing is just gross, and she's terrible. Like, he tried to make her like I said, the Sigourney Weaver alien type Ripley character in this movie, and she just doesn't have it.
Literally at the end of the movie, that's what she is. She's supposed to be the hero that everybody needs her to be. Not the one they deserve, but the one they need.
But it's like the Chad Kruger hero. Yeah. Not from the Spider-Man soundtrack. Not like the good hero. But no, like... 1 second in this movie, she's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. And they're like, hey, I want to know what you're thinking. And she's like, we're gonna kill these fuckers.
This like hunt them down and slit their fucking throats.
You can't just change like that.
Well, no, you can. If they had at least invested something in her character where she developed as the movie went on and somehow got the strength to do this kind of stuff, but literally it goes from 0 where she's scared and I don't know what to do and I'm confused to like, I'm fucking Ripley, get away from her, you bitch. Like there's no in between. It's 0 to 100 right away.
And every person in the movie is like, you can tell they're Rob Zombie's buddy, because you can tell they went up to him and they're like, I want to be a badass motherfucker, and he was like, I'm gonna make you a badass
does he even talk like that? Is Rob Zombie, is he like redneck?
I have no idea what he talks like.
I don't know,
but his mind is. This is how he talks in his mind, apparently, because it's always the same shit.
You know what?
He's so fucking talented is why I'm so pissed.
That's
he just wasted on these shithole movies.
Yeah, man. If he was the cinematographer, like, I would love him to try to work. And it's crazy. Imagine this hookup. Working with Ben Affleck on a reversion or re-energized or a re-idea of what the Joker should be for Batman. Just as long as he didn't direct it, but just working with that like character, like I think he'd fucking be scary.
Talking about this, the dude that's in all the other movies, he was the guy that got killed by the cow in Halloween 2.
That's
the
how
one that just sat there with no teeth, was like fuck and spraying blood everywhere.
Yeah.
He went from being the shit actor in that little role to in this role he plays like the main guy, like the fucking closer.
Villain, yeah.
He comes in to shut shit down, and he's a badass, and his dialogue's really good. But of course, how do we get introduced to him? He's got to be fucking a fat chick and screaming while he watching horror movies. I mean, this is like a goth kid jerking off in a blacklit bathroom. Dude, it's so fucking straightforward and obvious. There's no nuance. There's no anything. It's just like fucking heavy metal, dude.
It's like a bunch of, you know what it is? It's a fucking garage band full of kids. Like, hey man, I know what we all should do. let's make a horror movie, man.
Yeah.
I want to fucking go. I'm gonna drill a hole in that tree, and then I'm gonna put sap in it. I want you to put your dick in it, and it's gonna be crazy. What you think, man? It's like, but yeah, it's like the weirdest, nastiest shit he could throw. And by the way, it's even like I'm fine with being disturbed, like, you know, and gross stuff and like something happening. But then there's things like. It's just nasty. It's not, there's no value to it whatsoever. Like when so everybody dies, and the last one left is Sheri Moon. He tracks her down, and, you know, he's gonna kill her, and I guess to make it more intense and scary, he gets up in her face, which he does have intensity, but he fucking puts his finger on her fucking nose, like, you smell that? That was in the asshole of that fucking skank I just fucked 3 hours ago.
No, he didn't do that to Sheri Moon. He did it to the first girl.
No, he did it to Sheri Moon at the end.
No,
he put it like, oh, it was so fucking gross. Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, god damn, dude.
It was nasty though.
I was like, that's not even.
That was funny because our friend.
He's like, is that caca?
We had a friend that used to do that. He walked up and like, dude, smell a finger. I'm like, oh man, he's like, smells like blueberries.
Oh.
No, but no, I know what you're talking about. And like he's on the phone and he's talking to him, and he was a cool ass character.
Yeah,
he was scary and
he
like
was
intense.
Scary.
But like, of course, he picks up the phone. He's like, no, I wasn't planning on working this year. And he looks at her. He's like, I'm looking at this dripping, wet, fat, nasty bitch with titties all over the goddamn place. And I'm like, dude, we can see that it's a big, wet, nasty bitch with titties all over the goddamn place. You don't need to explain everything. And why? It's 2016. Why are you guys making dead baby sucking dick jokes?
That's really that literally the joke.
And it wasn't even. This is how little it fucking mattered to the movie. Like. It was a fucking dream sequence for two characters who we already saw die, so we knew it was a fucking dream sequence.
It was a complete pointless fucking
It was
movie.
just like, you could literally see, he's so fucking transparent, man, like you could literally see him go, you know what, I like those tag team wrestler rapist guys.
Yep.
I didn't film them enough. I'll do a dream sequence, and I'll have him back for a second to make a fucking baby sucking dick joke.
Yeah, and
like, why the fuck are you making baby suck dick jokes? How old are you? It's not even offensive, it's just fucking dirty.
Tell me about your brother.
Yeah,
you're right, man.
God.
It was stupid. It was out of place, and that whole scene, that
Look
whole,
what I can say.
that whole dream sequence. It's like a sixth grader just discovered dirty words for the first time. He's using it all the time. But yeah, the thing is, that was a pointless fucking scene. It had nothing to do with the movie overall. It had nothing to do or added anything to the movie. It had nothing to do with the overall progression of the movie. Now. Were there cool moments in it? Yes, there were cool moments. There were cool little scenes and cool little interactions. But like I said in the last review that we did, it's so few and far between in each sequence. I can't, like, it's just not good enough to fucking hold my attention. Yeah. I got bored, then I got grossed out, then I was bored again, then I got pissed off, then I got more mad, then I got really pissed off because I almost had an epileptic seizure at one point.
Dynamics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something, nothing's happening. Boom, something happens and it's intense as shit. Like, his movie's just like fucking... Let's fucking just drill a hole in the wall for 2 fucking hours. As loud as possible, with fireworks going off around. It's like, there was no lead up, there's no ups and downs, it's the same shit splattered on a screen for 2 fucking hours. And like, these people, I could not wait for them to fucking die. I was like, please, let the people trying to kill people die, let the people trying to run away die. I like the main dude, because he was in H2, he was the strip club manager who got his face kicked in.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he was like Dave Grohl.
And Malcolm, he does look like Dave Grohl.
He was good.
And Malcolm McDowell is great, obviously Malcolm McDowell, but he doesn't do anything. Like, he's in there for a few lines, and then he's like trying to be all intimidating when they're kidnapped and they're hanging on chains. But okay, this is how Rob Zombie kind of fucks that up. They're hanging on meat hooks. And you're like, oh, okay, well, might get interesting. Even though I kind of assumed it was going to be a Running Man ripoff, but whatever. Malcolm McDowell comes out, and he's like fucking hairdo. You know, he looks like, I don't know, Walking on Broken Glass music video. But Annie Lennox, he comes out and he's talking to him about what's going to happen. They're going to die unless they can get out. So what does he do? Rob Zombie, you got this cool moment and everything's going on. It's cool. He brings in a little person dressed up as Hitler who's going to terrorize them for the first 2 hour, or whatever it is they're going to be in there.
Doesn't speak any English.
Wow. Yeah, he speaks a little bit, but he's saying punta like every 5 minutes. But it's like, okay, well, you just lost me, so...
Yeah, it's like every other word. Puta, 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 puta.
Yeah.
That's Rob Zombie Spanish for you right there.
Terrible.
And he's not scary at all.
And no, he's just dumb.
And then nobody's fucking scary. They're just backwoods rednecks, man. Like, seriously.
Well, no, the Joker guy was pretty good.
Yeah, he was good. Like, he was badass. But apart from him, they're just gross, fucking sick weirdos that, like, do bad shit. Like, it's just... it's just so fucking predictable. And then he brings out, like, you're talking about him ripping off other things. Like, there's a Harley Quinn in this movie. There's a joke in this movie. The Harley Quinn he brings out, I mean, she might as well have said fucking pudding. I mean, it was the exact same thing.
Oh my god, exactly. And not to mention the fact that it's like he didn't even set it up right. I mean, she meets them at a gas station. You know she's gonna do something later on because she's like,
y'all got any guns?
She's like, I can fit myself into tight places, like rubbing the gas, hose. And then the other guy was like, I can fit myself into tight places too.
People don't fucking talk like that in real life, man.
I don't know,
we live
man.
in Kentucky.
That's true. We do live in Kentucky, but we don't live out in the sticks, so we don't know. I mean, maybe out there that's what they talk like shit. I don't know. But I mean, I just always wondered where he goes and who he's been hanging out with. Like, this is a constant barrage of shit that he's like. You have to get like. I just. It really makes me bad, dude. Like, I don't know. It's like I'm really pee-peed.
Yeah, and then the fucking end of it, like, they have the 12 hours or whatever, so the ending comes up, and, I mean...
The movie's not 12 hours, just so you know.
It felt like it was.
It was a long one.
But yeah, no, I remember at one point he came on, he was like, 7 hours left, and I was like, 7 fucking hours, dude?
I know.
Seriously? What the fuck? But she escapes through this little hole, and gets away, and the one dude actually had a cool death. Like, finally, someone did something fucking redeemable that made me actually give a fuck about anybody in this movie. The Dave Grohl looking he tries really hard, dies so that she could get away and get free with her stupid fucking lion titty.
He sacrificed himself for the girl, which is that's good for him. I mean, he was gonna die anyway.
Basically, what Rob Zombie does for every movie he puts her in. She gets out and she gets in the tunnel or whatever, and then she goes into this room. And there's a little clown playset or whatever, and then the dude shows up behind her, and he does the bad guy thing where he talks for 10 minutes. He actually has some sort of interesting dialogue in those scenes, like the way he's talking, the things he's talking about the cigar and the pipe and stuff like that. I'm hanging on every word.
He was delivering the lines good.
Yeah, I was hanging on every word he said.
But when she said, "You think I give a fuck?" Like, I was like, "Shut up and let the man talk. I hope you die soon. I just want to hear what he has to say."
The whole movie, like, you can see that she just doesn't know anything about acting because they're like, okay, for this scene, we want you to be determined. Yeah. We want you to be fiery, a little firecracker. Yeah. And she's like, okay. And this is her response to it. Is to every scene you see her, she's going.
So, by the way, the only time that Sheri Moon Zombie really does well, like I said, besides accidentally stumbling over a line and delivering it right every once in a while, is the best part of her was when she was walking away and I knew the movie was going to be over. That was the best part. And by the way that she looks all like bloodied up and she's all fucked up. That's how I felt after this movie. Like, walking out, I was stumbling out. I was like, what the fuck did I just watch? This is some bullshit. And it's not like that cool, it's not like that cool thing that you'll leave the theater thinking about as far as like, oh man, like, what did I watch, man? It's so weird and I'm going to think about this later on. You're like, only going to think about Rob Zombie just fucked me in the ass and took my money. Yeah. And
it's not, like I said, it's not shocking. It's not even that gory. There's nothing special about it. There's nothing fucking rock and roll about it. It's the most obvious plain shit you could do. It's like someone going to the mall, buying a bunch of punk rock clothes and be like, I'm a punk rocker now. Yeah. Like,
they hang out at Spencer's all day.
Yeah, when the most punk rock thing you could do was not do any of that and be your fucking self. Like, I wish that someone would be like, hey, you don't have anything to prove. We get it, dude. You like, fucking metal and goth and to say cocksucker a lot. Cool. But anyways, she gets this, the ending is so fucking retarded. She walks out.
I think that's what I was going to say to you. I was going to, there needs to be a friend of Rob Zombie and just look at him and say, you have smoked yourself retarded. At some point, somebody's got to tell him, like, man, like, what the fuck are you doing anymore? Sheri Moon's got to watch this and be like, honey, I think you've gone a little bit overboard.
Well, he's killing her, right? He's got his hands around her throat. He's been running his fucking mouth, and he's gonna kill her finally. And then he decides to let her go
because he wants to play with her.
Yeah, he wants to fuck around with her a little bit. And then boom, time's up. By the way, you survived. So basically, you built her up. You wanted to make her this strong, survive anything, scream girl or whatever. And she didn't even do anything. She did nothing. That one guy sacrificed himself so that she could get away. She finally gets away, and then she lays there, and he's gonna kill her. And then time's up. She got really fucking lucky and survived. So A, she didn't do a fucking thing. There was nothing redeemable that happened to her. She went through no transition as a fucking character. We have no reason to give a fuck about her at all. 20 minutes ago, she was grabbing her fucking crotch and jerking off an old man with no teeth in a fucking parking lot.
Well, she did do a service, a civil service. Right?
Like, it's fucking, like, dude, you gotta do something with these characters. And then she's walking down a path, and they're like, what are we gonna do? We never had a survivor. And Malcolm McDowell's like, I don't know, figure it out later. Well, see you guys next Tuesday.
I gotta go back to my bank.
It's fucking, and then they're just gone. Yeah. And then you go back to her walking in this fucking field, and the Joker guy who decided to follow the rules. want some rolls.
You want some rolls?
I want some rolls.
Cheddar biscuits.
I want rolls. He decides to walk. He's like, okay, well, he's like, fuck, I fucked up. I'm supposed to be this badass ensemble guy, and I fucked up. I lost track of time. So he walks out, gonna let her go.
Yeah.
Inexplicably, he pulls back up behind her, gets out of the fucking van, and oh god, when I saw her clench her fist, and I wanted to fucking smack the ugly dude I was next to.
What was the song that they were playing?
Sing for the Moment by Aerosmith.
Sing for the Moment, and when she clenches her fist, okay, and she's like saying, I'm going to fight this man, and she's turning around real slow, they go back, they do this transition where they're showing a black and white picture with the music over top of it with her friends, and she's thinking about her friends and what he took away from her, and that's when she clenches her fist. It's like, hear me fucking roar. I really thought, and then, you know, he's standing around, and he went on forever, like the camera zooming in on his dirty teeth with saliva dripping down.
It was like the end of Star Wars with Mark Hamill when she was handing the thing, but it was only fucking like, it was like the hillbilly teeth version.
I really thought it was just gonna be because it got so stupid. They're gonna start yelling slow-mo and running at each other, like, and that's how the movie, it literally ends like that. That's the end of the movie. Her turning around facing him smiling because he knows that he's gonna fight with her, and that's it. That's the end of the movie.
And then they play this old tape of the gang dancing, and it's like
shit?
as if we gave a fuck about those people.
I didn't care.
Oh, he wants us to see that and be like, oh, it's so sad they were best friends and they died like
That's
they
great.
were nothing.
They're not my friends.
We didn't give a fuck about those people, so it didn't work.
That just looked like a backyard party at Rob Zombie's house.
Literally, I felt like he yelled action, but didn't give anybody anything to do. So they stood there and smiled, and he was like, I know I'm supposed to do something. I don't know how to end this fucking movie. Oh, fuck. You know, I think that his wife was like, no, don't kill me. Don't kill me, because if there's a sequel, I want to be the leader in that one, too.
I thought the bitch was going to ride across the desert with a unicorn.
Yes. How's he going to bring her back? Look what he did with H2. Look how far he went to put her in H2.
I know, that's what I mean.
Like,
Dude, I would not have been surprised. Honestly, I was not, like, the ending was kind of whatever. I mean, the movie sucks, so I didn't mean that. By this point, I'm like, whatever, do something. I don't fucking care.
Right.
But I would not have been surprised if a fucking sword had come out of the sky out of nowhere with a dildo for the handle and stuck it right in her vagina and then butt fucked her all the way back to the end of the movie. Like, because that's some Rob Zombie shit. Yeah. But I mean, even for Rob Zombie, this was such lazy storytelling. Because it's like at the end, literally, like you said, nothing to do. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna throw out. They look at each other and that's it. Turn the camera off.
People said about Lords of Salem. I was like, that movie's fucking kick ass. I'm like,
I never watched
fucking explain it then. Fucking explain that shit. It meant nothing. Anybody can throw fucking imagery on screen and say it's a secret. I don't have to tell a story.
You know what?
The story behind it was supposed to make it fucking scary.
By the way, I know this isn't about this movie, but I always wondered, it is about Rob Zombie though. At first I thought Rob Zombie would be a good director to take over. I know Blair Witch is coming out in a few weeks, but what if you imagine him taking over Blair Witch? Would it be good, or would he just throw the same kind of...
the worst.
It could be, yeah.
Because nothing happens to those movies. You imagine following a group of Rob Zombie characters?
That's what I'm saying. He would throw Rob Zombie characters in there.
Oh, Jesus.
And then the fucking witch would turn out to be the clown.
No, it'd be his wife.
So it'd be
all about her. She'd be naked the whole time.
But yeah, at some point you're right. When you mentioned it earlier, like what it goes through Rob Zombie's head, like seriously, when he's watching his wife do that nasty shit and he's directing her and telling her to do it, he writes the script so he knows what she's gonna do and he casts his wife in that role. I mean, is there any point that goes through his mind when he goes home with her, like, I don't fucking want to touch you. Like, you're just gross. And then they get in fights. It's like, did you like that old man's dick? You know, you didn't have to grab it like that, but then he might think it kind of turned me on. I don't know. And like,
no, he likes it.
Yeah, and then he's like drinking his coffee, like, on viewfinder, looking at the scene, and then he's like, I mean, if that was you, and he's like smiling, you'd probably think, oh, it's really great. But if that was you or me, like doing a scene like that with our wife, I go to the old man, I was like, I'll knock the fucking rest of your teeth out, bitch. It's like, don't you touch my wife.
I mean, I get it if you want to.
It doesn't, but it didn't add anything.
Always her. Oh, I gotta show her asshole. I gotta show her titties.
She's good looking, but
I gotta show, like, we get it, dude. You got a hot wife.
For you.
Congratulations.
But she's got more fucking holes in her than a goddamn Stargate.
But yeah, so guys, we both gave it Jay gave it a 3. I gave it a 3.5.
It made me mad. It really does, and it's sad.
Shit.
It's sad, man. It's so sad to go see it because it's September 1st, yesterday, I guess. And he's like, you're getting close to fall season. You're hoping to get some kind of good horror movie going, and you just got fucked.
You got nothing. You got shit. You got skull fucked in an Indian reservation wearing a cum hat.
Reservation? Did you have to make plans for it? I don't even. I was like, did you have to call Ed? I would have reserved to be skull fucked in a reservation.
Oh God,
no, it was bad, man. Like
it was really bad.
I don't know what else to say. Like, and honestly, just talking about this has depressed me more. So I'm gonna go drink. So
yeah, it's fucking just It's what you. They are who we thought they were.
Again, though, if you like Rob
Like
Zombie,
Diddy
if
Green.
you want to see Rob Zombie stuff, definitely for you, you're gonna
Rob
love
Zombie
it.
fans are gonna like it.
Yeah, they will love it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at some point, even a Rob Zombie fan's got to be like, "What the fuck, man?"
I don't know.
I mean, were they?
There was
I mean,
badass music in it.
the music was great, and look, I know that they stole from The Running Man, and look, I know people borrow from movies all the time. I'm not saying that that's okay, like terrible. I'm just saying if you're gonna take elements from a movie like that, because the setup was cool, survive for 13 hours, and they have to play by the rules, and that was even cool at the end when he gave up because he's like, oh, time's over, because he was getting ready to kill her, and he's like, you know, he had to follow the rules. But then you go against everything you've already set up when you have him follow her at the end of the movie to fucking kill her.
Yeah, why? Because you don't know how to end movies. Let someone else make your movies. Just you make them
The
pretty.
premise was okay.
Make it pretty.
The premise was okay, but again, you go back to the same characters that you've always had, the same bullshit. I mean, literally just take Devil's Reject people, put them in this movie, and there you go.
I was literally watching at one point going, man, if someone else took the reins right here in this moment, when I think it was the bunny outfit. When I saw the bunny outfit, before I knew it was that fucking little person.
Yeah.
When I saw the bunny outfit, I thought, man, that's a creepy thought. Like, if you're stuck in this place and this random
weird, yeah.
creatures start popping up, and right then I was like, fuck. I wish someone else was doing this movie right now because I could actually be scared and not know exactly where the fuck we're headed. But no, it went exactly where the fuck I thought it was going to be.
I also felt like the overall theme felt to me like, besides being an extreme haunted house, which is really what it was, like, you know, like I said earlier, but it felt like Alice in Wonderland, kind of down the rabbit hole, kind of weird shit. Like he was just throwing weird stuff in, like Mad Hatter. Like, like I like that theme, but I like the best part of that was when they were in the forest area or whatever, which makes no sense why there's a forest. But they were in the forest area and there's a table laid out with food and they start eating it. And then when they pull open the...
It was a reuse set from H2.
Yeah, when they... Well, I know, but when they pull over, you know, like when they find out what they're eating their friend that just got murdered. So that was pretty cool, but again, you could see it coming.
It's insane that they had time to go take that dead body out of that bathroom.
I don't know when that happened.
Go pull all of his organs out, cook him, make a fucking bountiful feast, and then take him, put him inside this glass thing, cover it up, and break out this whole thing, and then have them walk onto the set at the perfect time.
Literally, the guy said, "Take from my body."
That's asking way too much. I don't know. Yeah, it's a shit fucking movie. If you like Rob Zombie movies and his other shit fucking movies,
Skidmark.
You'll like this shit fucking movie, and I'm a shit fucking asshole. So no, I don't fuck shit. That sounded bad.
Did you say you fuck shit assholes?
No, you fuck asshole shits.
Fat asshole shits.
Ooh, my cat's licking her.
That is like
that's gross.
She's on her balls, man.
Stop.